Hi, Happy New Year. Hope you had a great Christmas and a wonderful New Year celebration. My name is Michael A.C. Maynard, and alongside this month's newsletter, I thought I'd do a short video to go with it, just to explain a little bit more what I was meaning. And so, for those of you who've got it already and read it, and I hope that you've passed it on, this is a short word that could be used for anyone. And it basically means it's a way of life, it's a mindset. And it talks about my right of way. And that's it, simple as that, my right of way. Now, I release this at the moment because it's the beginning of the year and a lot of people are doing New Year resolutions or things that they want to change about themselves. And so it's a perfect time to change your mindset and to do something or to adopt a new mindset. Let's just put it that way. So what does my right of way mean? Well, the easiest way to explain it is, if for those of you who drive, or even if you travel by any other means, and if you understand the laws of the road, you may get to a junction, and depending on where you are in the world, you may have to let another car out because it's their right of way, or for example, you may get to a junction and it's your right of way, and so you are able to progress on your journey. That's the concept, but we want to adopt this to life. It's our right of way. Now, many of us, especially those of us in business, we look at some business people that are really shrewd and quite abrupt and aggressive with business, and we thought, oh gosh, I don't want to be like that. And we're right, we don't. You know, at the end of the day, we all want to operate with good manners and be likeable and all the rest of it. But there's something that they have, that method talks about, I'm going to do this regardless. I'm going to push forward regardless. And whether it's their right of way or not, they go. And that's kind of what I want us to adopt. I want us to realize that in life, whether we're in business or whether we are just living our life, with relationships, in our home, it is our right of way. In other words, for so long, we've let someone else go before us. Or instead of taking an opportunity, we've let somebody else take that opportunity. Or maybe we thought we were helping them out, or we were doing the right thing. But how long can you do that for? You know, have you ever got to the junction in the car and you've driven up to the junction and you've waited and you've done a nice thing, you've flashed the person and said, go on, you go. And the next thing you know, you look and there's a whole line of people going in front of you. And now you're trying to get forward, but no one's letting you in. Because you've done a right thing, you've done a nice thing. You know, and I'm not knocking for that. But it's time for us in 2014 to be a little bit more aggressive and to know that it's our right of way in every circumstance, which means we're not going to accept, we're not going to be the one waiting for ages while other people are running ahead of us and getting promotions at work. We're not going to be the ones who are laying sick in our bed, complaining and moaning that we're ill, you know, when we have a right to be well. You know, and there are methods, there are medicines, there is the internet, you can research it. You know, there's so much that we could do to be better. If you're a Christian, you should be praying and knowing that God will heal you. And so we're not to accept the norm, the status quo. You know, my right of way says, this is my right and I'm going to move. The second part of this concept is you've got to understand your rights. You know, my right of way means my rights. Now, if I understand the laws of the land, I realize that the law says, if I understand, especially talking about driving, I understand the highway code. I understand what says I can go and what says I can stop. I understand when I come to a roundabout, I've got to give way to traffic coming from the right, because I understand the law. So you need to understand your rights. Do you have a right to be better off than you are now? Yes, you do. Do you have a right to be living in a bigger house than you are now? Yes, you do. Do you have a right to have great relationships in your life? Yes, you do. Why should you live miserable? Why should you accept rubbish? You know, why should you just constantly, day after day, deal with other people's just trash? It is your right to live happy. It's your right to have a better life. And that's all I'm trying to say. I'm trying to let you know it is your right to progress to better things in this world. It's not attractive. It might seem cute at first, but it's not attractive to constantly shy down and to to always let other people go forward, or to be the one in the background. Oh, I don't want to be seen, or I don't want to shine. It's like you're scared to be you. You're scared to be brilliant. You're scared to be great. You know, one of the biggest things that I've learned is that the people that have excelled in world, whether in their talent, whether with sports or whether in business, the people that are excel are the ones who have found a way of being themselves. Doesn't mean that everybody likes them, trust me. You know, you can look at some of the Lady Gagas of this world and the Michael Jacksons of this world. People were slightly peculiar. They weren't everyone's cup of tea. But the bottom line is they were themselves. And that thing opened doors for them. So you need to find a way to be yourself and to take charge and to know your rights. You have a right to be you. You have a right not to let anyone else tell you to be differently, or anyone else try to mold you into something that you're not. Come on now, we only have one life. You're at the beginning of 2014. So this is your opportunity to be you. Your opportunity to shine. Your opportunity to be amazing. Your opportunity to be eccentric. You know, go to work tomorrow, and if you want to wear a bright shirt, do you. You're going to get other people that are going to look at you, you know, raise one eyebrow and all that sort of stuff. But the bottom line is, you're doing you. Now, for my business people, because I'm a businessman at heart, our right is to do well in business. It's our right. You know, where why shouldn't we? There are the big companies in this world. Why can't we be one of them? So stop being so passive in business. It's ours for the taking. So next time that deal comes up, next time that sale lead comes up, get on the phone. Be the first there. Outdo your competition. Use your natural gifts, your charm, your skills, whatever. But be first. Don't be scared to succeed. Too many of us over the years have been scared to do really well. Or we've played it safe because, you know, it's easier to do so. But you are made to rule in business and to be great in business. So come on, let's do it. This is 2014, the year when we're going to do well, the year when we know it is our right of way. Now, to my Christian friends, let me just end off by saying, so if we understand what the word says about us, and it understands what our rights are in heaven, so we have a right to be healed. You know, the word tells us that by his stripes we can be healed. We have a right to prosper. The scripture tells us that we will have exceedingly abundantly, more than we could ask or we can think. You know, we have a right to have great relationships with people. You know, God tells us to love each other and, you know, not to owe anything. We have a right not to be in debt. These are rights. So if there are things in your life that are existing that don't quite match up with the word, we need to start declaring our rights. It is our right to be well. It is my right to live a good life. It is my right to have money in my pocket. It's my right to help my neighbour. It's my right to be the head and not the tail. So if something's not quite right, it means I don't understand my rights. And these are not, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that we kind of storm the mercy seat. Do you remember that old phrase? But what I'm saying is, when you pray and you're approaching God with these things, it's not God, but you said, God, it's my right. This is my right of way. So I want you to take this opportunity in 2014, knowing it is your right of way. It is your right of way. Put it on a t-shirt. Tattoo it on your arm. Because the opportunity will come. It comes every single day. Every single day there's an opportunity that comes for us to shy back or to move forward. This is your right of way. If there's another car in its way, this is your right of way. Enough is enough. It's now time for us to progress. I just hope that you've got this message. It's a simple one, but it says it's your right of way. Don't forget, have a great year, and I hope all the best for you. And I hope that your business does all that it's meant to do, your relationships do all that they're meant to do, because you take control and you make sure it's your right of way. See you later.